Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. I believe we have the microphone fixed and working now. Let me know if that's not the case. Well, I suppose I'll find out on my own as soon as I'm done recording. But, last time when we left off, we were at the Saren Ancestral Tomb, ready to make our way from the fishing village of Cool toward the town of Nissus, likely going through Ald Velothi in order to do it. Oh, hello, friend. You too. Yeah, we'll drop all y'all. All y'all motherfuckers, down you go. Okay. And anyway, when we left off, we were at the Saren Ancestral Tomb. And as you can see, there's very little to recommend this place. It's tiny, very easy to clear, very easy to loot, with very little inside. And now it's done. I wrote this out in the video description of the last one, but most of what I did was pretty self-explanatory. But when you saw me messing around with the console and the journal, I was just trying to see if I could fix the Helm of Tohan quest, since I inadvertently skipped most of the content related to it, and it turned out I couldn't. The best I could do was force the journal entries to propagate, and that's what I did. So, that's about it, unfortunately. I think the, did I get to this tomb coming straight? It was pretty close, I think. Well, not quite. Nissus and Ald Velothi. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my bearings here, vis-a-vis the roads, before I continue. Alright, that one was easy enough. But there's more. There's always more. Okay, but the next place we're going to go is certainly more eventful. If we proceed along the actual marked path toward Nissus and Ald Velothi, and you should actually reverse that order. We'll hit Ald Velothi first. We find the Asha-Ahe egg mine, which, you'll recall, is where we were directed on our current Shrine Sergeant mission for the Imperial cult. Here's an egg miner. Asha-Ahe egg mine. There's something down there, something evil. You hear voices and there's nobody there. There are things moving in the dark, but when you shine the light, there's nothing there. I won't go down by the lake anymore. There's something down there and I want no part of it. Background, I'm just an egg miner. Little advice. Yes, buying and selling dwarven artifacts without an Imperial charter is illegal, but I've never heard of anyone pinched for it. Okay, Well, here we go. There's another egg miner. There's a forager. I'm guessing that's down by the lake. I vote we stick with the actual tunnel and get down that way. There's another forager. Ooh. Now suddenly we fight Hakon, Felsadral, and Gulena Girith. Hakon, Gulena Girith, and Felsadral. Felsa herself has a steel spider blade and nothing else I really care about. Hakon doesn't have anything I care about, and they've got a single crate of salt rice near their campfire. Well, that's alright. Let's proceed just to make sure we actually explore the rest of the mine. So here's the lake that the miners won't go near anymore. Felsa didn't seem that scary to me, but... oh, a slaughterfish. Then again, nothing does when you're level 81. So there's the Kwama Queen, as we'd expect to find, and that is it for the Asha Ahe egg mine. Of course now, if we want to, and frankly I don't see why you wouldn't, you can go turn in the Imperial cult quest. Asha Ahe egg mine. I said there was something down there, didn't I? Well, I'm glad you skinned that witch good. I'll sure feel a lot safer in here, thanks to you. And here, take these Kwama eggs. They're fresh and good for you, too. 4 large Kwama egg added to your inventory. Whatever. We can get a little fatigue restoration going on. That's fine. People have asked why I'm using the Daedric Tower Shield instead of Elidon's Ward. That's because, even though Elidon's Ward has a better armor rating, the Daedric Tower Shield has a better enchant capacity, and Elidon's Ward is not until the Tribunal expansion, but ultimately winds up in the museum in Mournhold, where the custom-made Daedric Tower Shield does not. This is also true of the Dragonbone Cuirass. The only reason I'm using it at the moment is because I don't have my more straightforward Daedric Cuirass yet. Now, Seldus Nerendus. He can take us there. Let's see where the boats can take us, because I want to go turn in the quest. And since we're so close to Cool, it makes sense to me just fast travel directly to Ebonheart. She can take us to Narmak. And then Valveli Arelis can take us to Hlaod. And Balini Salavel can take us to Ebonheart. Alrighty. Now we can go to the Imperial Chapels and turn in this Shrine Sergeant mission. All the way back to the chapels, and Kay will be right in our face, like always. Have you found and killed the witch Thelsadral in Ashahe Egmine? The witch Thelsadral is dead. I'm glad to see you back in one piece, since I didn't know how tough she was. Anyway, you're back, and Thelsadral is out of the way. I've been thinking, these shrine missions are getting tougher, and I thought you might like to have this old ring. I don't use it anymore, but it came in handy several times when I was younger. Take it with my thanks, and when you're ready for another mission, speak to me again. Your journal has been updated. Firestone has been added to your inventory. Goodbye. Now let me see if Firestone is unique. It looks like it isn't. It's not on my list anyway. No. So we don't need to worry about it. Let's check our journal. I told Kay that I found the witch Thelsadral in Ashahe Egmine and made sure she was dead. Kay seemed glad to see me back safe. He gave me a Firestone ring and told me to speak to him again when I am ready for another mission. An acolyte named Linus Iulus disappeared some years ago. He was last seen leaving Suran, headed east on foot for Zafurbel Bay. Recently, our oracle, Lalatia Varian, has had a vision of a silver staff of shaming, and Linus Iulus had one of these staves. Here is a detect enchantment ring and 100 gold for expenses. Go to Mount Cand, find a silver staff of shaming there, retrieve it, and bring it to me, along with any other personal effects you find that belonged to Linus Iulus. Your journal has been updated, detect enchantment ring has been added, 100 gold added as well. I don't actually need either of these. We'll just sell them off. Let's try advancement. Okay. Linus Iulus. Lalatia Varian gave him the silver staff of Shebig and sent him in search of a traitor who had betrayed the cult. I believe she knew he was not equal to the task, though he begged for the quest, and I think his death is a burden on her conscience. I doubt that any of his physical remains will survive years of exposure to the elements, but you might find his Marin amulet and Stendaran belt. It would be a comfort to pass them on to other lay servants to honor the memory of Linus Iulus. Silver Staff of Shaming. Lalatia Varian, our oracle, says that in a dream she has seen the silver staff of shaming lying in the land of burning rock under the shadow of the mountain of fear. I don't understand the mumbo-jumbo of dream interpretation, but she tells me that an old name for Mount Cand is Mountain of Fear. As she reads her dream, she believes the staff will be found either east or west of the mountain, in the shadow of the rising or setting sun. The Detect Enchantment ring should help you find the staff. Your journal has been updated. Mount Cand is in the Molag Amur region. Speak to Navosi Hlan, shipmaster at the Ebonheart docks. Take a ship to Tel Brenora. From there, you can get a ship to Molag Mar. From Molag Mar, travel on foot north by roads, watching for signs to Mount Cand. I don't know the region myself, but I've heard it is wild and dangerous and easy to get lost in. So we won't be doing that quest for a while, but we can at least get it in our journal. Or, yeah, we have it in our journal. An acolyte named Linus Iulus disappeared some years ago. Our oracle, Lalatia Varian, has had a vision of a silver staff of shaming, and Linus Iulus had one of these staves. Kay gave me a detect enchantment ring and told me to go to Mount Cand. I'm to find the silver staff of shaming there that belonged to Linus Iulus. I should bring it to Kay along with any other personal effects I find that belonged to Linus Iulus. Kay says that Lalatia Varian, our oracle, has seen the silver staff of shaming in a dream. She says it lies in the land of burning rock under the shadow of the mountain of fear. Kay says that an old name for Mount Cand is Mountain of Fear. The oracle believes the staff will be found either east or west of the mountain in the shadow of the rising or setting sun. I have a detect enchantment ring to help find the staff. And the quest is the silver staff of shaming. Go figure. The next place I think we're going to go Alright, back to cool. Novosi Juan can take us to Laod. Alini Salavel can take us to Narmak. And Valvelia Aurelis can take us back to Cool. And from Cool, we can get back on the road going due south. Not for long, but back to where we left off. Towards Ald Velothi and Nissus. Roll up here and kill this forager. Oh, come on. Okay, here's the Ashahe egg mine, right where we left off. We are going to proceed along the road. If we proceed along the road, before too long at all, we should hit another outcast Ashlander camp. This one's fancy enough that it actually has a yurt. That doesn't mean much. Here we find Zalabelk Saladnius. We'll take his arrows. We have Minisun Ulir Babi. Ulir Babi. And then, if we venture inside the yurt, wherever the frigging entrance is, and its yurt at Shashmanu camp, we have Anit Eramarilaku. That was easy enough. He's got nothing. I'll repair my sword. Check the yurt. I got a few goodies. I want to use up those chitin arrows though, so I'll use my bow for a while. And we'll head out. Gun down to Nick's Hound. So you can see a Daedric ruin off to our west. That's Ashalmawia. I'm not sure if we're ready to go there or not. Let me find out. Alright, there's a House Redoran quest that points here that we will never get. That is the destination for Kidnapped by Cultists, a miscellaneous quest we already have, but it's also ultimately a destination for our Twin Lamps quest. We haven't been pointed there yet, so for the moment, we should skip Ashalmawea and instead proceed toward Ald Velothi. We are already ready to head to our next settlement, which is crazy but true. Town of Ald Velothi is just past Ashalmawea, and it's very small. I think it might be even smaller than Cool. There's no fast travel there, I know that. We'll find out soon enough just how big it actually is. Alright. Really are almost ready now. Just notes, notes, notes to take. Apologies for that, but let's move on. So if we follow this road to the west, it shouldn't be too hard to skirt the Daedric Ruin. I don't think, anyway. The first thing I notice is that we're actually completely off the road. Oh, come on now. Oh, seriously. Why the hell were all of those labeled straight up misses? That's bogus, man. It's alright, though. Let me see if the signposted road actually heads here or not. Because the last sign I saw was still pointing me south. Let me see. Alright, yes, we can continue. Right along the road toward Nissus and Ald Velothi. There's a nick sound in the water down there that wants a piece of me. sure how far he's planning on going. Or where the hell he's going, period. But we got him. Not without attracting the attention of an aquatic beast that I don't particularly want to deal with. I will just move along. Mrs. and Ald Velothi are this way. Fair enough. Mrs. and Ald Velothi are this way. Fair enough. Oh, and see, we're skirting a Shalmawiya to the south now. And we've arrived at our new little settlement. Ald Velothi, right here. So let me pull up the town page and we can get started. Alright, so here is Ald Velothi. Pretty straightforward, very small. We have an outpost, and here's Orero Omothan. Welcome to Ald Velothi, Outlander. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. What can I do for you? Ald Velothi. It's been quiet. I think everyone is concerned those outcast Ashlanders will kidnap more people. Didn't you hear? They took Madura Saran. She was but a simple pilgrim. Someone needs to rescue her. Background. I am Orero Omothan, smith and retainer of the Great House Redoran. Dunmer, House Redoran, killing and murder, latest rumors, little advice. Strangers get lost up here. Be careful. My advice is keep an eye to the coast, then pick a landmark, then keep them both in sight as you explore. The Daedric ruins to the east, for example, are visible for a long distance. Little secret. Madura Saran. Some rogue Ashlanders have a small camp just south of the village. They took her there. Look for the camp past the lighted tree up on the hill. Watch yourself. Morrowind lore. In the First Age, the prophet Veloth led the ancestors of the Dunmer from Somerset Isles to the region of Morrowind. My trade, Nerevarine. Services. The only services offered here are over at the Ald Velothi outpost. They have a publican, Trivura Aranim, and Orero Omothen, a Redoran smith, and Sedum Omelin, a Redoran trader. Soul's Thyme, Soul Sickness, Specific Place. The Ald Velothi outpost is uphill from the fishermen's shacks and docks. You can't miss it. It's a Redoran-style building with a watchtower next to it. The only other place of interest is the Daedric ruin of Ashalmawiya to the east. Follow the coast northeast to the village of Cool. Nissus is due south, but there's no direct road. Head southwest until you reach the Samsea River, then work back east towards Nissus. There's another entrance to the outpost. Down here we have Sedal Doran. I'm looking for a friend. He's a Khajiit. Goes by the name Jasada. Ald Velothi. Background. I am Sedal Doran, rogue. Jasada. Yes, if you see him, please tell me where he is. Truth or lie? Well, I have no idea. Shoot, when was the last time I saved? It's been a while. We'll just lie. That's what we're going to wind up doing anyway. No idea where he went? Damn, he's probably halfway to the mainland by now. Thanks, Travis. I'd best start looking for the next slave on my list then. That won't break the quest, it's fine. Latest rumors, little advice. Hafal Narano is the proverbial silver-tongued rogue. Oh, we've gotten that already. Little secret. Madura Sarad, Morrowind lore, my trade, Naravarine, services, Solstheim, someone in particular. Felden Virith is in charge of the Ald Velothi outpost, the Redoran-style building with the watchtower. Also at the outpost are Arero Mothen, a Redoran smith, and Sedum Omilan, a Redoran trader. The rest of us are fishermen. Specific place, Felden Virith. Felden is usually in the Ald Velothi outpost. That's the building with the watchtower. Alright. That's just a guard. So we've got a shack here. Favila Bethrano's shack, unlocked. Over here we've got Ledsia Relis. Ald Velothi, you're looking at it, stranger. It's not very big, as you can see. I can probably tell you what you need to know. Background, I am Ledsia Relis, Coveter. Little advice. While you're here, you have to take a look at the Daedric Ruins, a Shalbalia. Very old. Remarkable. Safe to go up there in the daytime, at least. I wouldn't go inside, though. Place is cursed. Alright, that's it for her. Pretty straightforward. Let's check the rest out. Here's Ledsia Relis's shack. We'll go ahead and unlock it, just for lulz. Also outside, we have this nondescript little covering. And we've got Gannis Loren. What brings you to Ald Velothi, stranger? Looking for a good time? You won't find it here. Okay, let's try his background. I am Gannis Loren, commoner. That's it for that. We head down here, we get Gannis Loren's shack, which we can go ahead and unlock. Viravari Durethrin's shack. And then, of course, if we head up here, we have Larar Vinden's shack. Ionis Arvel's shack. A little gold, which I'll go ahead and grab. That's also Ionis Arvel's shack. And down here, we have Sathas Rivul. Welcome to Ald Velothi, Outlander. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. What can I do for you? Background. I am Sathas Rivul, Hunter. That's it for him. He's right in front of his own shack. Sathas Rivul's shack. That's an empty boat. Here's Viravari Durethrin, and she is the third sleeper we rescued by killing Dagoth Draven in Subdune. I feel as though I've just awakened from a dream, a terrible dream of the 6th house. Do you mean, have I been under a spell, a curse, and this was caused by 6th house cultists? Good grief. What have I done? I hope... But I haven't thanked you. Please forgive me. I have nothing to offer but my thanks, but I will tell everyone I know how you have saved my life. Your journal has been updated. I spoke with Viravari Durethrin, who had been driven mad by dreams of Dagoth Ur and the 6th house. This former sleeper thanked me and promised to tell others how I had saved her life. Well, awesome. And that just leaves the big boat out here. Here's Galen Arvel. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Jasada. He is hiding in some Daedric ruins east of here. Find him and escort him back to town. Make sure the slave hunters do not see him. Slave hunters. Yes, the slave hunters are Ain Slaren, Garen Girith, and Sadal Doran. They have been patrolling in town and near the docks since they heard of Jasada's escape. You will need to get rid of them or avoid being seen. Remember, it is Jasada they are looking for, not you. Slavery. You know the twin lamps? Well then yes, we are having some trouble here. The Khajiit slave, Jasada, was supposed to meet us at our boat. He sent us a message that he is hiding in some ruins east of here, that there are 3 slave hunters in town, and we cannot risk being discovered. Solstheim, twin lamps. So you know the twin lamps. We could use your aid in our struggle against slavery. Galen Arvel told me that there are slave hunters looking for an escaped slave nearby. I need to find the slaves and get them past the slave hunters. I may need to get rid of the slave hunters before trying to escort the slaves to the Arvel's boat. So we already dealt with one of the slave hunters, Sadal Doran. We have 2 others to deal with whenever we find them. We have a ship here called the Fair Hellas, and we can unlock both the cabin and the upper level. That's not bad. And that leaves us with all the buildings to actually explore. I'm inclined to actually start with the cabin. Alright, let's try the cabin first. The cabin is essentially empty. Let's try the cargo hold then. Nothing. A basket of pillows. That's awesome. Nothing terribly noteworthy in here, although that was a lot of moon sugar in that chest. Wonder if... Yes, I can reach that small chest. Good. Exquisite amulet, extravagant ring. All I really care about is the 10 gold. A few more crates. Don't care, don't care. On through here. Some food. An urn, and then, oh, arrows. We can go to the lower level. We haven't been on an intact ship in some time. And that's it. Not much in the Fair Hellas. Let's try Viravari Darethrin's shack. Not much here. Let's do Gannis Loren's shack. You just never do quite know when there will be something noteworthy in one of these shacks. So you kind of do have to check them all. You'll be blazing through them, finding crap, and then bam! Skill book. Out of nowhere. Not the case there at Gannis Lawrence, however. Well, why don't we try Larar Vinden's shack? And we'll go ahead and chat with him while we're in here. This is Ald Velothi, stranger. It's just a little fishing village up here on the edge of the world. Can I help you? Background, I'm Larar Vinden, commoner. Alright, easy enough. Now we can loot his shack for whatever little it winds up being worth. Well, that's nice, but what I'm mainly seeking is a way behind you, dog. If I could just convince you to move out of the way so I can search this remarkable array of containers you've got stashed in your house, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, come on! It's like every time he thinks about moving, he doesn't. There we go. Not much here, of course, and we're done. Alright, good. Now let's hit, let's see, Arelis' shack. It's empty. We chatted with her outside. And there's a copy of 36 Lessons of Vivek Sermon 27, which we've already read. Well, like I said, junk, and then bam, skill book. Happened right there. Happens to be one we've already read, but that doesn't negate the impact. Alright. And now I feel like we can do Sathis Rivul's shack. Which I expect to have a whole lot of nothing in it, and indeed it does. Let's hit Ionis Arvel's shack. Cirilla Arval. It looks like we may have inadvertently already gotten rid of all 3 slave hunters. I thought we had to talk to them individually, but I think talking to Sadal was enough to get rid of them. What brings you here, stranger? We don't see new faces often here in Ald Velothi. Yeah, the other two... Background. I am Cirilla Arval, commoner. Let's finish talking to her first. One does wonder why this shack is occupied by someone other than the person it's named for. A locked chest there with nothing too noteworthy inside. I could tell. This is a consequence-free zone. Yeah, all three slave hunters are already gone, just by virtue of our having lied to the first one. Well, I thought so anyway, but not so, it seems. Sadal Doran is still here. So that'll have to be figured out. Let me hit Favila Bethrano's shack right quick. So we have Favila Bethrano, who I'll go ahead and chat with. This is Ald Velothi, stranger. It's just a little fishing village up here on the edge of the world. Can I help you? Background. I am Favila Bethrano, commoner. Alright. So let's loot her shack right quick for whatever we can find. This does seem to be another one of those wonderful areas where even if we get caught stealing, there won't be any consequences. I rather enjoy those myself. Not that it matters, because there's nothing worth stealing. Now, I've been going an hour, and that's all I have today. So I'm basically inclined to end this video, but I'm deeply curious now about the other two slave hunters. Because Sadal, I haven't gotten rid of them, because Sadal Doran hasn't despawned. So where the hell are the other two? They're supposed to be wandering around outside just like Sadal is. And yet... here's one. And there's the other. Here's Garen Girith. Very good. When we find Jasada, we'll make sure he never escapes again. Background. I am Garen Girith, agent, Jasada. There's good money for the one who kills him. If you see him, let me know. Lie, he left town. No idea where he went? Damn, he's probably halfway to the mainland by now. Thanks, Travis. I'd best start looking for the next slave on my list then. Latest rumors, little advice, little secret. There's Ran, Morag Tong, Morrowind lore. My trade, Nervarine, blah, 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 blah. That's it for him. And here is the third one. Ains Laren. Have you seen a runaway slave near here? It goes by the name Jasada. Oh, good. That's better. Have you seen a runaway slave near here? Goes by the name Jasada. Background: I am Ains Laren, Nightblade. Jasada: yes, that dirty little Khajiit better be good at hiding. Have you seen him? He left town. No idea where he went? Damn, he's probably halfway to the mainland by now. Thanks, Travis. I'd best start looking for the next slave on my list then. Alright. We've fully explored town and done just about everything. We still need to check out the outpost, and then we can head to Ashalmawiya, because now we have both of the quests that point us there. So I'm going to stop here. I've been going a little over an hour, and that's all the time I have today. Next time, we'll finish off Ald Velothi by checking out the outpost, and then we'll begin by heading to Ashalmawiya to deal with 2 quests. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please consider clicking an ad, liking, sharing, or subscribing, any or all of which will really help me out. But regardless, please know that I really do appreciate the time you spend watching, and hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.